It's going to be difficult for me to review these first few episodes of The Boys without saying some pretty controversial things. So with that being said, buckle up people, because this review is about to get controversial. When The Boys first premiered, I, like most people, were totally shocked by the graphic violence and just over-the-top gore that the show had, and that was what really pulled people in right away and kept them coming back after all this time. It just really shocks you. You are not expecting some of that gore that you see, especially because we are just used to TV shows being a little bit more restrained. This show is all about grossing you out and just making you feel a little bit uncomfortable and queasy with some of its gore. It is very effective. It has proven to be very popular, and that is why the show has lasted as long as it has. However, I am wondering, is that still good enough? Is this still pulling us in, or is it starting to lose some of its novelty? These first 3 episodes waste no time in laying out this season's objectives, and that is where my biggest issue comes in: the politics. Now, I am no fan of the MAGA crowd. I think they come off as toxic drones regurgitating the same crap that they're hearing on Fox News day in and day out. However, I don't think that we need this entire season to revolve around making fun of them. It's just not necessary. It's not really that entertaining, and it's actually just kind of annoying. We've all seen the clips. We've all seen the newsreels. We've walked around. We've seen people talking about it. We've seen the red hats. We already know how these people are, or at least some of those people. And yet, this show feels the need in making us relive more of that. We're living in a world that is very divided. We have the far right, and we have the far left, and we have very few people skating in the middle. And this show has wasted no time showing you every cliche MAGA talking point you've ever heard about. Every little stereotype you've heard about these people, you're seeing in this season. And how entertaining is that? They've got it all. They've got Pizzagate. They got the people constantly acting like Hollywood is full of pedophiles. They got the gun lovers. They got the hat wearers. They got the chanting. All these things that we are seeing in our daily lives, the way we've been living for the past few years. So why does The Boys feel the need to hammer it home some more? In my opinion, this season is wasting far too much time on this subject matter, and they need to get back to what makes this show so great. Watching Billy Butcher and the guys try to take out Homelander and wondering, is this going to happen? When's it going to happen? And how is it going to happen? That's where the show truly shines, and that's where we need to get back to, and I'm hoping that the remainder of this season actually delivers on that. Now that I've given you guys my opinion and probably pissed some of you people off, let's get back to talking about this show and what it is doing correctly. Homelander is back. He's depraved, he's falling apart, he's unraveling. And that is something that is very fascinating and also very terrifying. Imagine somebody with his power just having a full mental breakdown. I mean, he's basically been having it the past 3 seasons, but now it's really starting to take hold. He's literally talking to himself in the mirror. He's done that in the previous season too, but it just seems like it's heading in the worst direction. He is losing it, and that is very, very scary because this man is so powerful. He has no empathy. He has no responsibility for his actions, and Antony Starr really excels at playing this horribly demented character. If I came across Homelander and this was the real world and I saw Homelander, I would assume that I am dead. I'm not going to survive because this man, you don't know what he's going to do from one minute to the next. He doesn't keep any of his promises. He is a total liar. Antony Starr is awesome in this role, and he continues to be awesome in this season. The boys as a team in this season are more divided and more isolated than they ever have been. Billy Butcher is no longer leading things, and that has been very interesting to see. It's these moments where the show really shines, showing us this humanity, showing us this group of people that all have this common goal, and showing us that, like a family, this group is starting to have some cracks. But like a family, I assume that they are going to be coming back together because in the end, most families do stick together. So are the boys going to come back together? That's the kind of things I'm looking forward to seeing. We have some new members of the Seven this season because there was obviously some openings after last season. And one of them, she is very fascinating to me. She speaks to Homelander with a bluntness that most people would never contemplate, nor would they get away with. And so far, every time she says something that is really harsh, very forward, and he doesn't kill her, she becomes even more fascinating to me. I think that she might rival him. Is she going to maintain her hold over Homelander and continue being able to boss him around and tell him what he can and cannot do? Or is it finally going to get to the point where he's like, nah, I don't like you anymore? Because that's what we're all expecting, really. Nobody talks to him like this, and he's not used to it. He has so much patience, but his patience is very thin. I really enjoy seeing Karl Urban in this season face his humanity. He's on the outs of his team. They don't like him. His bold bullshit attitude has finally rubbed everybody the wrong way. And now he is dealing with a secret because he is sick due to the shit he was injecting into his body last year to give him superpowers. And so I think that that's been fascinating to watch. I'm very invested into seeing whether or not he is going to fix things with Ryan, because I really do want to see that work out. Ryan is, for all intents and purposes, a nuclear bomb. He has the exact same powers as Homelander, and if they don't get him under control and help him recoup his mind, he is going to be a huge problem, and I don't want the show to end up killing him. So I hope that Billy is able to mend things with Ryan. These are the things that I want to see more of. I want to see more of that and less of the show's politics. But I also really want to talk about really quick Simon Pegg. I kind of laughed when I saw him pop up on the screen, because I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, Simon Pegg is in this show, sort of. I mean, sometimes it feels like he's here as a favor for somebody, because all he really has is a cameo, and I'm just wondering, what is the point of his character? Why do they keep stringing him along? Does Simon Pegg actually even want to be in this show? Do they actually have a plan for him? It's kind of funny. It's just like, oh yeah, by the way, Simon Pegg is there. We have a big name, guys. Things that I'm most looking forward to. A-Train having a redemption arc. I can tell that it's coming, and I'm very excited by that. Yeah, he started out the show as an annoying, horrible piece of shit that you really hate, but he is starting to show signs of humanity, and he could be our chance at defeating Homelander. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm looking forward to seeing Ryan mend things with Billy. I'm looking forward to Jeffrey Dean Morgan finally having something to do, because so far they brought in this heavy hitter of an actor, and he's just standing around occasionally talking to Billy Butcher. He has had no major impacts on the story whatsoever. And why did they bring him in if he's not going to have something important to do? I'm sure something is coming. I can't wait to see what that's going to be. So let's hope that the remainder of this season gets back to what made this show so great, and that is the violence, that is the boys, the bond, the camaraderie, watching Homelander lose his mind, watching the boys deal with superheroes and how they come up with plans and how they always seem to fly by the skin of their teeth, just barely avoiding death. It was moments like those in the show's past where the show really stood out and really became something that became a cultural phenomenon that people really wanted to see more of. And if they want to hold their audience and really want to keep people coming back for season 5, they need to dial it back on the politics and come back to more of the stuff that we liked and enjoyed. So that's my opinion on the first 3 episodes. What did you guys think? Do you share some of my points, or do you think I'm way off base? Let me know. Put your thoughts in the comments. Did you like this video? If you did, please hit the like button. And if you want to hear more things from me and I didn't piss you off, then you should subscribe to this channel. Later.